Welcome to the ultimate holiday live stream. Tonight we're shaking things up literally with my very own Christmas cocktail creation. And while we sip on that, we're gonna dive into the nostalgic Christmas movie. You guessed it, A Christmas Story, the 1983 version, and its modern follow-up, A Christmas Story Christmas from 2022. Which one truly captures the holiday magic? Stick around and let's stir up some debate. Let's go! Howdy, howdy, y'all. Welcome to the Booze and Chill Live. Welcome!
Alright, this is the intro for the Booze and Chill YouTube.
That's not what I meant to do, my bad. Ha 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 ha. I restarted the intro there. So we're going to get things started just a little bit more quickly today because we're working with ice. And the thing about ice is that it melts. Can you believe it? So we're going to do that. Let's go ahead and start with the cocktail making. But you knows that when we start doing these kind of things, we have got to set the mood. So we're going to start with some of this. Something very Christmassy. Oh, yeah. Oh, let me know how you're feeling. If you're feeling the Christmas background noise. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started with today's video. So, actually, before we do get started, let me a few announcements before we do. I always forget these. So, first of all, I gotta. This one's gonna go out to people who are in the process or thinking of or wanting to start streaming, making content, doing live, such as what you're seeing here right now. I'm reaching out to those people. So those people, you can go ahead and go into the show notes down below, and you will find a link to be able to download. StreamYard. StreamYard is my go-to platform for when I do stuff like this. This live stream is running on StreamYard. I also run my podcast on that, a few of my regular videos, my long form videos, and stuff like this. And it's super easy to use. It's super easy to bring over guests, bring over banners, as what you're seeing here, and the one that's moving, scrolling right down there. And it's just the capabilities of this thing is just so next level. So if you're looking to level up your stuff, level up your content, level up your live streams, go ahead. Link is in the description. $10 off of StreamYard. And another thing here, that's not what I was. That was for like the last live there. I apologize for that. Link down there. This is how these lives happen sometimes. So yeah, the link is in the description. And also, if anybody out there, because we are going to be talking. What am I doing? We are going to be talking about. Two movies in particular right after we're done making the cocktail. And for those of you who want to know how this cocktail is going to end up turning out, please stick around till the end. I gotta also make one little announcement. There's some issues once again with Facebook, so if you're watching on Facebook and you're seeing that I'm not commenting at all, head on over to YouTube and or Instagram. We're also live on Instagram, so if I'm not responding to you on Facebook, head over to YouTube and or Instagram. Those are the places you want to be at if you want to be noticed. If you want to be more involved, YouTube is the place to go. And one last thing, as usual, if you guys have questions on the movies or any comments on the two movies we're going to be talking about, you can go ahead and dial this number right down here. We can talk in real time. If you have questions and comments about the movies that we're going to be talking about, which is this one right here, A Christmas Story and A Christmas Story Christmas. So, and or once we get right down to the mixing, which we're about to get to right now, which I'm going to need to start right now. If you have any questions about the cocktail or anything of the nature, numbers right down there. I'm going to leave it right down there for a bit. So let's get started, shall we? First things first. I do have the steps, the ingredients, and the instructions to how to make this cocktail in the description right down below. So we're gonna go ahead and open that up just so that I do not because I for some reason I always seem to get confused. Not confused, but just lost. I'm multitasking like a motherfucker here. So anyways, let's go ahead and start this. So which your first thing you're gonna need is your shaker. So let's get a bottom view here. First thing you're gonna need is a shaker, and then you're gonna end up needing some ice. Where's my ice? I forgot where I left my ice. My ice? I forgot my ice. I know where I left it. I know where I fucking left it. Oh my god, guys. You know what this means? I'm gonna have to put you guys on a short pause because for some reason I forgot the dang ice. Don't leave. We'll be right back. We're back with the goddamn ice. Jeez. I'm gonna place it right over here. Anyways, we got the ice. We're good now. So let's go ahead and do this. Get rid of that number now. Anyways, next thing we're gonna need. I also brought myself a shot glass to drink some shots every now and between. Possibly, maybe. So, we got the shaker. We're gonna need the ice. Just a nice handful of ice. Yeah. Dropped a little piece there, which is fine. Dropped a bigger piece. And maybe one more. This part is just going to be for the shaking part. You want the cocktail to get nice and cool because of the fact that, as you can see behind me, they are just been out, so they're all room temperature. So you want to get it to a nice cold temperature. Anyways, so next up here is the ingredients, and we're gonna use there's 4 bottles involved in this, and I will go ahead and show you guys exactly what those are. No particular order. There's one ingredient in particular, as I know for a fact people are gonna be like, what, bro, you crazy. All right, so I can't get to my goddamn camera switcher here, and here we go. First things first, you need your tools, which is a jigger. I got a nice new one with a handle. It's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and switch down here. Let me grab a paper towel because it's about to get messy up in here. So okay, first off, no particular order, but I'm gonna go ahead and start with some of this. This is some Peppermint Schnapps. Very nice, very nice. Very minty, very Christmassy smelling. So let's get right down here. So what you're gonna want is half an ounce of some of that Peppermint Schnapps. I'm gonna close that up. We'll move on to the next one. Again, this is no particular order. And the next one here, some Chocolate Liqueur. This is Liqueur 43. It's a very nice looking bottle. Very nice indeed. Looks exactly like chocolate too. So we're gonna pour half an ounce of that as well. Oh, hear that nice ring? That was a nice ring. Oh yeah. Anyways, next up, this contains 4 different types of liquor, guys. Like 2 different types of liqueur and 2 different types of liquor. Once again, all the steps, the tools, ingredients, instructions in the show notes down below. Next up, some Vanilla Rum. This is croissant. I really don't know if that's how you actually say it, but It sounds right saying it like that, like croissant. That's a wrong. Damn it.
I triple dog dare you.
Oh, you know what? I can't prepare it, but I'm sorry.
Fragile. That must be Italian.
There you go. That's what I was trying to. I came prep with the Christmas story sounds there, man. I came prepared. So okay, so we poured in the half ounce of vanilla rum. We poured in the half ounce of chocolate liqueur, half ounce of peppermint schnapps, and last but not least, this is kind of sort of like the base when it comes to the alcohol part. This here is white chocolate liqueur, and this is Hollyland and Hollyland. There we go. And the amount that you're gonna use for this one is 2 ounces. And the reason for that is because it counteracts with the regular chocolate. Well, the first time I was experimenting with this thing, the regular chocolate liqueur was just kind of clashing, I'm assuming, with the vanilla rum, and as well as with the peppermint. So I needed a little bit of something to kind of soften the blow. The white chocolate liqueur, something much more sweeter and creamier in there, that just softened the blow and just made it much more mellow, much more tolerable, and tasty, of course, at the same time. So let's go ahead and go back down here. So we got all the ingredients. Oh, we're missing one. We're missing one here. And this is the one that everyone's gonna be like, dude, what in the hell are you doing with that? And the ingredient that I'm working with here, is that cocaine? No, it's not. It's not kind of live. I'm kidding. It's powdered sugar, you fucking psychos. Chill the fuck out. So yeah, it's powdered sugar. And again, some of you are probably out there going, dude, what in the fuck? But it adds to the sweetness, actually. And the amount that you want to use is a half a tablespoon. Also, it's going to work out with giving us a nice texture in the drink. And you guys will see real soon. Let me just go ahead and cover this up. I do not want a whole goddamn powdery mess in my shit. All right, guys, we're gonna close this thing up. We're gonna close this thing up if it wants to. There we go. And I'm gonna back this microphone up because you know what comes next. This is the fun part. Oh, you do the shaking. It's the shaking. We do the shaking for about 15 seconds. You want to do it for 15 seconds so you can get the powdered sugar nice and mixed in there with the chocolate and the white liqueur, because those are the thickest. Spilled a little bit there. Let's give it a little bit more. I fucked up my count there. I need to get myself another shaker. I think that's what I need to do. I think that's good. Gonna clean up here a little bit before it gets all sticky. I came pretty damn prepared, guys. Give me a sec. Freaking mess when I do make cocktails. Got some wipes to save the goddamn day. There we go. So it's all nice and mixed up there. This is what your thing has to look like. A nice, almost like a you know when you make a chocolate milk with, like, whether it being Nesquik or Hershey's, let me know in the comments, are you Nesquik or Hershey's syrup kind of chocolate milk type of person? So when you make chocolate milk and you don't put enough of chocolate, that's the color that it basically looks like, as you can see there. Kind of, sort of. Let me try this side. There we go. Cover my face. Cover my face. Close enough. Close enough. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the next step. And this is where we get our glass. This is where we start grabbing the glass. This is the glass that we're working with here. Very nice, very fancy. All right, let's go down here. So you're gonna want to pour that sucker in there. There we go. Nice, nice color. Yeah, boy. There we go. I'm gonna need another goddamn paper towel. I'm telling you guys, I'm freaking messy when it comes to making cocktails. It's insane. It's ridiculous. All right, so we got the cocktail in there. It's filled up a good amount of the cup, but we're not quite done just yet, y'all. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. For those of you just tuning in, this is we're making the cocktail. I will show you how it looks like in the end result, and I will tell you what I decided to name this thing. But so far, this is how we're looking like right now. This is how it looks like. Looks like how I was explaining, when you make chocolate milk and you don't put enough chocolate powder or syrup, depending on what you like. Kind of what it looks like. But again, we're not done quite yet. Almost though. Almost. Now, next ingredient here, we're gonna use almond milk. And the reason why I'm using almond milk is because I'm lactose. I am lactose, so I'm not gonna use whole milk. Because if I do, this live is gonna end up being very short. I'm gonna end up or just shitting my pants. Either or. Here we go. So we got the cup right here. We're gonna pour let's pour half. We're gonna pour half. And I'm gonna get another paper towel because I do not want to pour this everywhere. We'll do half, and then this isn't exactly the final one. This is not going to be the final one, but it is as far as the drink goes. The last step is the garnishing. So here we go. The last part, or the last thing, I'm sorry, that we're going to use eggnog. Once again, lactose free because I am lactose. If you can handle your dairy, you can go ahead and use regular milk or regular eggnog. But I'm lactose, so this is what I went with. And as far as the other liquors, as long as it's a chocolate liqueur, as long as it's a white chocolate, as long as it's a vanilla rum, does not matter what you use. Oh, and as long as whatever kind of peppermint schnapps, doesn't matter. As long as it's that, as long as it's those bottles, okay? It doesn't matter what brand, just as long as it's what they are, okay? Okay, let's go right back down here. And for this part, oh wait, one last thing here. Totally forgot here. Here we need to stir. We want the milk to mix nicely. See how it kind of sort of changes a little bit again there? We want the milk to mix in nicely with the cocktail. And now we're going to add eggnog for a nice eggnoggy texture. There we go. Give it one last mix. And that's where we get the eggnoggy color. There we go. Very, very, very nice. We get the nice white eggnog color. Very cool. Very, very cool. I'm just going to clean up here because I actually spilled a little bit. I'm telling you guys, I'm super, super messy when it comes to making cocktails. I need to work on that. It is pretty damn ridiculous how messy I am. Anywho, this is the cocktail, and now we're gonna garnish this damn thing. Gonna garnish it. Let's see. We're gonna garnish it with two things here. First thing, a candy cane. We're gonna open up this candy cane. Because it's like a regular size candy cane. We're gonna have to break it. It's way too big. That's what she said. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think I got it perfectly too. I think I got that perfectly. But once again, I should have done it over the trash. So messy. Anyways, here we go. Bottom. We're gonna garnish it like so. There we go. And we're not done just quite yet. One last thing, guys. One last thing here. You're gonna get a toothpick, or for me, I'm using a much more fancier option. This is actually from Grey Goose vodka, but it fits perfectly because it kind of reminds me of the Home Alone, the white dove thing from Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. You know, the toy maker, the toy store owner gives Macaulay Culkin 2 turtle doves. Kind of what it reminds me of. So it's kind of fitting. Let me know in the comments, in the live or in the replay, if you agree with me with that. Let's see. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the last thing to finish off this cocktail, if it allows me to even. There we go. So here we go. What you're gonna need is a green cherry. Yes, it's a thing. Didn't know that. Turns out it's real. So anyways, what you want to do is you can do either 1 or 2. I'm just gonna do 1, and we're gonna place it on top of the cup, as if I can freaking get it, like so. There we go. And that is the cocktail. There it is, you guys. Very, very Christmassy. Very, if I can do this slowly without spilling, because like I said, I'm just a messy cocktail maker. There you have it, guys. There it is, the cocktail. And now, for those of you who stuck around to the very end of the cocktail, I'm gonna go ahead and play. Let me just grab some wipes because I'm sticky. That's also what she said. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and do, for you guys who stuck around for the whole thing, for the whole cocktail making, I'm gonna play. Sorry about that. I'm gonna play all the B-rolls that I prepped up for you guys, because I didn't want to show you how it looked like till the end. So here you go, guys. This is the cocktail that we worked on just now, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you what name I decided to go with. Shout out to Robert Tomb 777 on Instagram. What's going on, man? Thank you for joining. And the name that I decided to kind of stick with for this here drink. Do I have a drum roll? Let me see if I have a drum roll. I do not have a drum roll. I need to work on that. But anyways, the name I decided to go with for this here cocktail, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just name this here drink Straight Outta Santa's Sleigh. I think it's pretty fitting. It's super Christmassy looking. It looks like something you would leave Santa instead of milk and cookies. This is something that looks like you would probably do that for Santa. So Straight from Santa's Sleigh. I like the name. I think it has a nice ring to it. It's not too long, but it's not too short, and I think it just like hits nicely when it comes to this cocktail. Let me know in the live chat or in the replay what you guys think. Shout out to eBrewer74 on Instagram. What's going on, man? Let me know what you guys think of the cocktail. How do you think it looks? Now, for the best parts of this, because I can't wait to fucking try this, we're gonna jump right into the smelling part of this. Cheers, y'all. It smells like eggnog, straight up at first. It just smells like straight up eggnog, and you get the mint, but I think that's just the candy cane, the garnishing of the candy cane. That's what that I'm picking up there. Also, smells super creamy, milky, and just straight up eggnog, man. I think the first time I tried this, I even thought to myself, like, damn, like the smell just smells like freaking eggnog. And I thought to myself, did I invent something dangerous? Something that's just gonna make you want to keep drinking? And quite possibly, I think I might have done that, because like I said, all you get is eggnog. It smells milky, it smells creamy, it smells like eggnog, it smells minty, but again, that's the garnish. That's the peppermint, the candy cane. I mean, but that's really all you get. I mean, like visually, like this thing is pretty cool. I think I'm kind of proud of myself of how this turned out. I think the only thing that's a little unpleasant as far as the B-roll is the cherry. That cherry that I use for B-roll is a little bit ugly. The one that I actually picked up for this one is a little bit much more solid. It's less wrinkly, less ugly. But that's just me. But I think as far as the smell, that's all you really get. There's not much. As far as the taste, it's different. You pick up a lot in the taste. So I think this is the part where we're gonna get right into the best part of the tasting. Oh, I dropped the thing here. Cheers. I dropped my toothpick. Cheers. Gotta do this slowly, man. Gotta do this slowly. And cheers. Oh yeah, dude, so creamy, white chocolatey, a little bit of the peppermint at the end. You also get the softness of the vanilla, the creaminess that is the eggnog. It tastes like fucking Christmas. It tastes like goddamn Christmas, this thing. Oh my. Yeah. The alcoholic part of this drink is I think it might be a lot more dense than the actual eggnog itself. It kind of like falls to the bottom. Because if you take a really good gulp, you get, again, the alcoholic part of this. You get you get everything. You get let me get one more sip here. Oh yeah. It hits you very, very nicely. But again, the eggnog, the almond milk blend very, very well with the actual cocktail, the alcoholic cocktail part. It keeps the creaminess, it keeps the sweetness. Again, there's a little bit of the alcohol hitting the back end, but it's a nice subtle one. But you can taste it, but because we use chocolate liqueur and white chocolate liqueur, it definitely, once again, it softens the blow, and you get a very, very tasty drink. Very creamy, very chocolatey, very eggnoggy. It's good. It has a very nice texture to it. If you're a fan of eggnog, then you would definitely enjoy this. It's not too thick, it's not too watery, it's just a nice blend, and it's delicious. Oh man. So once again, this is the straight from Santa's sleigh. Once again, let me know in the comment section and the live and or replay what you all think of my little invention here. And that's all I got for the cocktail making. I know we're gonna look like a little bit over like half an hour here, and now we're gonna jump into the what's it called, the movie review in. So what do you say we get around to that? Yeah, because that's what we do here, guys, and we're actually gonna switch it up as far as the Jammy Jam goes. So we're gonna go ahead and play something a little bit different. And like I said, today we're gonna talk about. Let's start off with the first one. Wait, should we do a chronological order? No, you know what? We're gonna do it the way that these movies came out. So we're gonna do A Christmas Story first here. Let me just go ahead and get rid of that. So we're gonna do A Christmas Story. This came out in 1983. And we're not going to do a full-on movie review. We're just going to do what we did. we've been doing for the past couple of videos and lives, where we just, talk about the best parts, what we don't like, and stuff like that. The Christmas Story, I think I might have mentioned this on a podcast. A Christmas Story did not exist to me up until I started dating my wife, well, girlfriend at the time. Oh, there she is. Hello, she's watching. So yeah, this movie didn't exist to me at all up until I started dating my wife, again girlfriend at the time. Did not know about it, didn't know it exists, and then as things started getting serious with my girlfriend at the time, and we started going over to each other's places, for holidays and stuff like that, and then that's when I got introduced to this movie. So in a way, this movie kind of does have something special attached to it, because this is the movie that I not first saw, but this movie exists to me because of her. At first, I watched it for the first time and I was just like, whatever, it's alright, like, wasn't exactly my cup of tea. But then the thing about A Christmas Story is that they play a goddamn marathon on it every single fucking year, over and over and over. Like, I think it's like 24 hours, maybe even more. I'm not even sure. If you know, you know. Sounds like a good cocktail, says eBrewer74 on Instagram. Thank you, sir. This one is this is for you, man. This is for you. And it's good. It's delicious, dude. So yeah, that marathon could be going on for longer. I'm not even sure. But I saw it the first time and I was like, whatever. And when I first saw it, that's when I found out, they play a full-on marathon of it, just playing over and over and over again. Then after it was over, I was just like, okay, and I watched it again. It was over, watched it again, and it's just kind of sort of been like that for kind of as long as I've been with my wife. And surely but truly, the movie fucking grew on me. It grew on me. I sat down and actually fully paid it 100% attention to it, and the writing's good. It's good. Not really big when it comes to Christmas movies, but this one's okay. It's all right. Like as far as the plot goes, it's nice. It's all through the eyes of a kid. In fact, I think I got the synopsis here up, ready to go. Here we go. This is the synopsis. Based on the humorous writings of author Gene Shepard, this beloved holiday movie follows the wintry exploits of youngster Ralphie Parker, played by Peter Billingsley. I think that's how you pronounce it. Who spends most of the time dodging a bully, Zach Ward, played by Zach Ward, and dreaming of his ideal Christmas gift, a Red Ryder air rifle, frequently at odds with his cranky dad, played by Darren McGavin, may he rest in peace, but comforted by his doting mother, played by Melinda Dillon. Ralphie struggles to make it to Christmas Day with his glasses and his hopes intact. So the synopsis is actually really, really good as well, and it's just a really, really good movie. It's very, very touching. It's a kid movie, man. It also has like the most pretty catchy lines. I will say that it's got some pretty catchy lines. I mean, I've got some just on the ready here, like one, for instance. That one's quite possibly the most racist. That's like, and it's possibly, I think, probably the most funniest part of the movie, and that's not up until the end of the movie. By the way, let me know if you guys have ever even seen or heard of it, because I didn't. First time I was dating my girlfriend at the time, and I mean, it has some funny moments. It's not like super hilarious. Again, I think the most hilarious is the last part, which is once again the. Hold on, I pressed the wrong song. Give me a second. There we go. That's what I meant to have. The hell. But yeah, I think that's probably the most hilarious part of the movie. I think it's the last one. Again, it's there's some kid humor in there. I mean, there's, for instance, this is one of them. This is the part where his Ralphie's friends triple dog dare. Oh, here we go. Wait for it. I got it. I got you guys. I got you. That's not it.
I triple dog dare ya.
We hear one of those. Have you guys ever used the triple dog dare, like, for reals when you were a kid? And how serious are you when it comes to triple dog dare? Let me know in the live and or the replay. And yeah, Ralphie's friend triple dog dares. Hold on.
I triple dog dare ya.
Him into sticking his tongue on a frozen pole. And that scene in the Christmas Story reminds me of Thanksgiving, the horror movie. We see something like that, but a lot more fucked up. And what else? We also do get the Ralphie character itself is the whole movie's based on Ralph, as the synopsis says. From his like wanting his Red Ryder rifle to just him just going through kid life. He's got a bully, you know. This is in the 70s. I think that was the time frame. I believe it was the time frame in Christmas Story. This was in the 70s. Like, there was no phones, there was none of that shit. It was just some elbow grease and just straight up luck. That's what people ran on the 70s. Like you're either like what's the saying? What is that saying? How does that saying go? Something, whether you swim or float. I think that's how it goes. That's how people lived in the 70s. And that's basically Ralphie's story. Is a little how old was he? I think it was like 8 or 10 years old in the movie, or that's the age that he played. And yeah, it's just him just going through life. You know, he's collecting weird stuff from cereals to get prizes, and the way he would get the prize was he had to listen to radio. That was a thing. They didn't have this. We didn't have streams. We didn't have YouTube. We didn't have any of that. We depended on talk show radios. That's how it was. I'm saying that things were way different back then, man. Cheers. Gonna fix myself another one there. I think I see something here. In the 30s or early 40s is the time frame. That's how long it was. I actually have never paid attention. And now that I think about it, I think I'm making a fool out of myself here. And I'm like, wait a minute, 70s we didn't have video. Oh, stupid. Yeah, I made a fool out of myself there. My bad. But yeah, I never actually paid that much attention to the time frame. My bad. Again, this is coming from like the all-time biggest fan of this movie, man. My wife there. And the movie is just, I mean, again, it's heartwarming. It's not quite up there with Christmas Story Christmas. But we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to the comparisons. And I say that because this movie doesn't really, it's missing, I think, one. It's missing a few things from part 2. The sequel to this movie. But what it does have is heart. This movie does have heart. Again, we see a growing boy really just again going through little kid stuff. he's got a bully. He faces the bully, as you guys just saw. And the bully himself, dude, the way that he is described by what's his face? Oh my god, give me a second. So bad at names. By Peter Belinsky, Ralphie. The way that Ralphie's character describes Scott Farkas. First of all, his name, the bully's name, Scott Farkas. Such a foul name. Sounds like something you shit out of your pants when you shart, or a name for a shart. Yeah, sounds about right. And yeah, just stuff like regular kid stuff, you know, before there were iPad kids. And what else am I missing about this movie? The acting is pretty good. It's surprisingly really good. As far as Peter Billingsley, as far as Peter Billingsley, the little kid at the time, pretty good actor. This one particular scene that I actually am recalling right now is there's a scene when they're in line to see Santa, and there's this kid just awkwardly staring at Peter, and he's standing in line, and he looks back at him with these just dead in the eyes. And I can't remember what he says, or he asks him or tells him something. Not Peter, but the other kid. And he like just kind of dead in the eye, kind of looks away. So apparently, that was some sort of deleted scene that actually did happen, not planned out. The little kid was not even like an actor or anything. He was just there, being a fucking weirdo. And Peter just like handled it like a goddamn, like a fucking like a diva. Like he just did one of these, you know what I mean? And I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know if that was just like Peter being in character, or that was just him again being a diva. I'm not sure, but that sounds hilarious to me. And the guy who plays the dad, once like I said, may he rest in peace. He portrayed a very believable dad, right down to just everything. Like it's like your typical American family that, I don't know, they just played it off pretty damn well. After seeing the movie over and over again, in fact, I just watched it right now, right before starting this, and it's very convincing. And it just shows a regular family just doing what families do when it comes to prepping for Christmas. The only difference about this and like our Christmases is the snow. We don't get any fucking snow here down in South Texas. We do. It's every 2,000 years or so. So that's we have something to look forward to when we're dead, right? But the movie as a whole, it's great. It's not like my all-time favorite. I prefer watching the second one, and I don't know if any hardcore Christmas Story fans out there would probably agree with me, but I like the second one. In fact, we're gonna get into the second one already, because the second one just kind of, I don't know, there's something about it that just hit more than the first one did. And I've seen that goddamn movie over and over like a zillion times. It's ridiculous. But before we get into the second part, hey there, you know those nights when you're sipping on something awesome, listening to some tunes, and getting lost in a killer movie? Well, that's basically my life. On my podcast, we dive into everything that makes life, well, interesting. From the latest trends to my totally unsolicited advice. And of course, the best in booze, bites, and beats. Whether you're here for the brews, the views, or just some random talk, there's a little bit of something for everyone. So So if you're ready for a good time, head on over to YouTube and look up Booze and Chill. Look under the podcast tab and watch the video podcast in there. Or if video is not your thing, you can head on over to Spotify and follow Booze and Chill Buzzcast podcast in there as well. So what are you waiting for? Hit the play button and join in on the fun. Now let's get back to the live stream. Started preparing myself while that handsome looking fellow did a little promo there. So moving along to the next movie, which is A Christmas Story Christmas. The title to me is a little weird. And when I every time I mention Christmas Story 2, I think of the other one. I don't know if y'all know about it, but there was another Christmas Story that was it was adorable. Like, they tried. And I hate to say that I disliked it on account of there's a I can't remember his name. The actor who plays Marv in Home Alone. It sucks, dude. And I'm talking about A Christmas Story 2. It's actually called A Christmas Story 2. Like, it just wasn't there. It's the most cringiest thing. I mean, it's not as cringe as what movie was it? Avatar, live action Avatar, the first one that came out 2000 and something. Couldn't watch that goddamn movie like at all. I had to turn it off. It was pretty bad. It wasn't that bad, but still, you know. I'm gonna actually make myself another drink here while we talk to A Christmas Story Christmas. The title is a little bit weird. I get why they couldn't use A Christmas Story 2, because they used up A Christmas Story 2 on that other one, which is a goddamn shame. But A Christmas Story 2, I think, to me, was a little bit... It hit me a little bit more for the reason that... well, one, I got to know the character. I got to know... what's his face? Ralphie, in a way. Well, you know, after watching it a zillion times, you kind of get to know the character. And the fact that that Ralphie came back, older Ralphie, that was number one for me. That was pretty cool. And we see him kind of like filling his dad's shoes, and that's kind of like partially a whole big thing about the whole entire movie, because the actor who plays his dad did actually pass away. They kind of, you know, use that and, you know, burn him off in a way where, you know, he, you know, passes away. That part was fucking, that part was sad, I will say. And that's one of the things that the first Christmas Story is missing. There's that element of just like real sadness, not like little kid sadness. I mean, like real sadness, which I kind of dig. It sucks how they did it. I mean, it's good in the sense that how the movie was going, but it sucks because, you know, we lost a lovable character there. And I forget which one I use. Anyways, that's one thing. The fact that Ralphie, like the guy is still the little kid. Like, he's still the little kid. He just got a little bit wrinkly. You know, like, the guy just looks the goddamn same, dude. It's insane. Exactly the same. And what's it called? The movie just kind of all goes around Ralphie wanting to become a big writer, which kind of sort of makes sense, because in part one, A Christmas Story, there's where he, in the class scene where the teacher assigns a written assignment, he gets all psyched about it, and even more because they made it into the assignment had to deal with the topic of what he wanted for Christmas, which went even perfectly with the Ralphie character on account of he wanted the Red Ryder rifle. So I think that kind of like sparked a little bit of something inside of him, which kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Inspired for the older Ralphie to become the writer that he is in A Christmas Story Christmas. And you see what I mean? Like I have a little bit more say for part 2, because again, it just kind of like it made sense. It made sense to me. Let me know in the live chat or in the replay. What do you prefer? A Christmas Story, which is part 1, or A Christmas Story Christmas, part 2? And what's it called? So I think that kind of played a huge role in the Ralphie character. And I love the fact that they kept most of the original cast from Ralphie to his best friends from his school. Dude, is insane. We got my God, what are their names? We got fuck, I do have the names here. Oh, here we go. Scott Schwartz, who plays Flick, and where is he? I got him here. Excuse me. Where are you? Here we go. R.D. Rob, who plays Schwartz. See, I just learned something new. Flick, which is the bar owner, the big dude, his last name is actually his other friend's name. So Scott Schwartz, who plays Flick, the bartender owner, and then there's Schwartz, the character who's being played by R.D. Rob. See, that's pretty cool. That's kind of clever. I like that. I kind of like that. So yeah, they use most of the characters that they had when they were kids. So that is freaking awesome. I love that, and the fact that they just never grew up. They still act like kids, just drinking alcohol. What does that remind you of? So yeah, they still act like how they acted in as kids in the first movie, dude. But I think that's just how it works. Really, you don't really grow up. You just kind of get grown up money and grown up duties and grown up responsibilities and all the other bullshit. But there, I got my wipes on. If you excuse me, whoops, I'm gonna shake it. So yeah, I love that. And also the mother, it's not the same mother, they replaced her. But I love the lady who plays the mother. She's got that, she kind of has like this look like she could actually also play something in a horror movie, and something kind of like taking a Deborah Logan. I can see her doing that. She might have been in a horror movie, maybe. The Visitors? No, whatever. So yeah, I love her too. As particular scene, which I actually have a clip of here. She hates carolers, which I thought was super fucking hilarious. These carolers come to the house, and she she tries to hide from them or whatever. Ralphie as well. Ralphie's wife is like, "Oh, they're just carolers," blah, 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 blah. And the mom's like, "Oh, fuck them," blah, 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 whatever. And then she goes, "I used to be a caroler." She looks at Ralphie and goes, "How could you?" Ralphie's like, "I didn't know." But that's the biggest thing about A Christmas Story Christmas is that I think it's much more funnier. Maybe it's the fact that we're seeing Ralphie in the eyes of a dad, which I am. So maybe that's what it is. I'm not sure, but I do know that it's mostly because it's got a lot more humor. It's got a lot more funny moments. And like I said, when it comes to the sad moments, they are actually like sad. It's not little kid sad where, oh, little Ralphie didn't. Little Ralphie's parents and friends and teachers and Santa told him he's gonna shoot his eye out. Oh, he's not gonna get his toy. Oh no. Or and, oh, he said a bad word. Oh no. You know what I mean? Like it's much more realistic. You know what I mean? Or well, yeah, I guess realistic. And also the fact that the passing of his dad, and that's kind of another thing. Like again, like not only is he the same thing he's doing in part one, you know, he's trying to get through life, except again, much more bigger responsibilities and all that, and he's still going through that, but at the same time, he's trying to fulfill his dream of becoming a writer, a published writer, and not only that, he's trying to fill big shoes, which is his dad, which they do mention in the movie that he was the reason why Christmas was so memorable, why it was so amazing, and all this. So there's just a lot going on for this character, but again, it's relatable. I think that's, I'm starting to realize that that's the biggest reason why I like 2 so much. It relates a lot to their responsibilities as an adult. I think that's kind of why it clicks, but also because it's just way more funnier. It really is. It's fucking funny. But there's all this going on with the Ralphie character, and you can't help but just like, you know, feel for the dude, but also like at the same time you can't help but also enjoy the ride. And that's really what Christmas Story, both 1 and 2, are very well known for. Like, they're just an enjoyable Christmas ride. Whether you're watching little Ralphie trying to convince his parents to get him his Red Ryder rifle, or if you're watching older Ralphie trying to make Christmas amazing for his family, and at the same time trying to fulfill his dream while trying to keep things afloat. It's the whole journey of the movies that make it worth actually watching. Like, again, the first one is like little kid stuff, but it's adorable, and it's also what's it called? It's meaningful because again, you're seeing it through the eyes of a kid, and what's super cool about that is that you can actually show this movie to your kids, both 1 and 2, and they will love it. I'm pretty sure your kids are gonna be, you know, pointing the finger at the screen and be like, "You said that to me," or "That's happened to me." Like it's relatable whether you're watching with your kid or by yourself. Both 1 and 2. That's what I think. That's what's really cool about it. And again, just the story for both 1 and 2. They're I know there's a word for it. I just can't think of it right now. But they're good. They're very enjoyable, very watchable, and I guess I can see why they chose A Christmas Story for a 24 fucking hour marathon, I guess. But, you know, they could just, you know, play it once, maybe play 1 or 2 movies in between, maybe, you know, maybe, instead of playing it over and over again. I wonder when we're gonna start seeing A Christmas Story Christmas being played over and over again. Is it worth watching over and over again like they do with A Christmas Story? And I think that's how I'm gonna end this live. That's a good question, actually. Will they do the same thing for A Christmas Story Christmas? Leave your thoughts and comments in the live chat, or replay at this point because we're about to end this bad boy. But before, I filled this thing to the fucking brim. Give me a sec. Oh yeah. For those of you who are just here, who just got here, who are just enjoying the conversation, enjoying talking about A Christmas Story, maybe thinking back to the times you first saw A Christmas Story, leave all those stories and comments in the comment box right down below. For those of you just coming in, this is the cocktail that I have made, and I dubbed this straight from Santa's sleigh. Why? I mean, look at it. It looks something that just came from Santa's sleigh. Again, creamy, a little strong, but delicious. But mostly just very, very sweet and delicious. Very creamy, very eggnoggy, very white chocolatey, very sweet, and a little mint. And I think that's just the garnish that we put on here. But very, very delicious stuff. I recommend that you try to make this, and just in time for the holidays, guys. So if you do want to try making this, once again, all the steps, all the extra stuff, all the ingredients, all of it you can find in the the description box in the show note down below. Step by step, exactly what you need. Again, doesn't have to be the exact brand that I showed, just as long as it's what I showed you. Just doesn't have to be the same brand. And that pretty much covers today's live stream. Made a little fool of myself there. I was like, oh, 70s, we didn't have that. And I'm like, wait a minute. I started thinking back to the bands that I like, the classic bands that I listened to, and I'm just like, wait a minute. I've watched this movie A Christmas Story so many times, I never actually stopped and think like, what's the time frame? Never thought about that. I was too into the whole story. So I made a little fool of myself there. It's okay, happens. Can I blame it on the alcohol? No, I can't. Anyways, that's it for that, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking along the entire thing. If you did, hit the like button right down below. And if you are new, subscribe if you're into all boozy stuff. Beers of all kinds of styles, liquors, and cocktails. I do invent every now and again. This what is this? There's some other stuff. I'm gonna show you some other stuff in this new year coming. And that's it for that, guys. Thank you for joining. Follow Booze and Chill socials, and for more Booze and Chill, head on over to patreon.boozeandchill.com. Yes, for more exclusive content, behind the scenes, special announcement, making of, all that kind of stuff. And you can go ahead and do a free trial. And if you enjoy what you see there, you can go ahead and contribute. Tier start at only $3. That's Patreon / Booze and Chill. And that is it for that, guys. Thank you for watching. And once again, leave all your thoughts and comments down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. And remember, if you keep watching, I have to be very careful with this, because I'm going to keep drinking. Very, very careful. And that's it for that, guys. Catch you guys tomorrow. Catch tomorrow's video. THC soda. What? Boy. Video. Should have it somewhere. Click on it. Watch it. Good stuff. And I guess I'm going to see you guys Christmas podcast. Cheers.